Hey guys, SPSA here, and welcome to the Sonic 3 Angel Island Revisited Let's Play. Yeah, I'm doing another Let's Play style series. Now you're probably thinking, SPSA, you didn't finish the Sonic 2 playthrough. When are you gonna do that? Guys, I'm like 3 zones away from beating Sonic 2. Chill, I'll finish it eventually. But, yeah, so this series is basically going to be that series, but for Sonic 3. Now, I will try to give little development insights and stuff, as well as insights into my own experience with this game as the series progresses. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Why am I playing Angel Island Revisited and not, say, the Origins version? Well, the easiest answer to that question is because I don't have the Origins version and I don't have any means to record it. Trust me, I do want to get the Origins version eventually just so I can have the quote-unquote definitive official version of Sonic 3, but this version is better than the Origins version. I guess it's almost like you're getting live commentary because I'm gonna fuck up a lot. But yeah, so now you'll notice I have a couple mods applied. I have the Mania Sonic Character Sprite mod, the Mania Level Assets mod, as well as a few others that I will cover throughout the series. But yeah, so this now one major difference between this and say Sonic 2 is this is going on my Random Corner channel. My Random Corner channel is going to be where non-plush related stuff goes from now on. I think I mentioned this in a previous video, probably one of my Mario Kart Tour videos, but yeah, all stuff like this is going on my Random Corner channel from now on. Now, because this game doesn't have ads, I won't have to awkwardly split acts. I won't have to awkwardly split the first and second acts up in between different videos. Even though I think I only did that in Sonic 2 for Emerald Hill and Casino Night and and Mystic Cave as well, but that's only because I wanted to include Hidden Palace. But I think I was able to squeeze that into one video, as well as including Oil Ocean. I'll have to double check that, but yeah, I turned on my Do Not Disturb because I didn't want notifications. I want this series to be as clean as possible. As cleanly recorded as possible, but yeah, so Angel Island Act 2. Now, yeah, not really much to say about it, because unlike Sonic 3 or Sonic 2, where there were so many development tidbits, and I tried to cram in as many as possible, because I kind of wanted that series to not only be a Let's Play, but also kind of a retrospective style thing. But I will have more tidbits later on. But just like the Sonic 2 series, I am going to be probably comparing the Sonic 3 and Knuckles versions of Hydrocity. Yes, it is Hydrocity, that has been officially confirmed, and Lava Reef to their Mania counterparts, which I guess that is fitting, because I have a ton of Mania mods, including the music. Yeah, the music is some of it, for of course the stages that are in Mania are just fucking lifted My voiceover keeps getting interrupted, but we're back. And yeah, so I'm going to be doing, hopefully going to be doing 2 zones per video. So yeah, that'll be pretty fun. And yeah, I'm not very good at Sonic 3, to be honest. It is the classic Sonic game I am the least familiar with. It's the one that, because of course my favorite Sonic the Hedgehog game is Sonic 2. Yeah, my favorite Sonic the Hedgehog game is Sonic 2. So yeah. Yeah, it's Sonic 2. So that's the game I'd play the most. So yeah, Sonic 3 is the game I have the least experience with. Now this playthrough is by no means blind. But I'm just not very good at Sonic 3, so you're gonna see some pretty subpar gameplay, and it's gonna be even worse because just like Sonic 2, I'm using touch controls. Which, yeah, I'm not a big fan of. So yeah, so Dr. Eggman and his fire mech here, or his firemobile, or whatever the fuck it's called. Dan Tails coming in clutch there. But yeah, so that is Angel Island Act 2. Well, Angel Island in general. Completed. And yeah, that was just me checking if I had time for another zone. And I do. Hydrocity. Yes, it's Hydrocity, not Hydrocity. But yeah, so and I'm just gonna say it. The Mania version of the stage is barely better than the Sonic 3 version, because honestly, I think Hydrocity is my least favorite stage in both this game and Mania, so yeah, I don't really, so I don't really have but yeah, when comparing it to the second zones of the first 2 games, I mean, nothing's gonna beat Chemical Plant. I mean, part 2 of the Sonic 2 playthrough was just me sucking Chemical Plant's dick the whole time, so but I'd still rank it above Marble Zone, because at least it doesn't make you stop and wait every 4.5 seconds. At least it doesn't make you stop and wait every 4.5 seconds. But yeah, so other than that, now, of all 5 classic Sonic games, and yes, I'm including Mania, my ranking would be Marble Zone at the very bottom, Collision Chaos, Mania Sonic 2 Chemical Plant, Mania, no, it would be Marble at the very bottom, Collision Chaos, Hydrocity, Mania Chemical Plant, and then Sonic 2 Chemical Plant. Or no, switch those 2 around. Sonic 2 or Mania Chemical Plant is the number 1 in my ranking of second zones in the classic Sonic games. But yeah, we are approaching we are at the first boss. And even this boss is better in Mania. Even this boss is better in Mania. I mean, that's all chalked up to the first half, but like, shut up. Yeah, but moving into Act 2, and I'm going to be talking about... I did touch upon my personal history with Sonic 2 in the Sonic 2 playthrough a little bit, but that playthrough was, again, supposed to be more of a retrospective style thing. It, as well as a Let's Play, and not just a... It was supposed to be a retrospective style thing on the game itself, rather than a retrospective of my experience with Sonic, which the series is also going to be a retrospective on the game itself, but it's also going to be a retrospective on my experience with Sonic 3, and I guess jumping into this story will explain why I'm not very good at it. So I first played Sonic 3 on the Sonic Classic Collection in 2009, 2010, around that point. And that collection was the Sonic Origins of the 2010s. It included all of the Genesis Sonic games, including Knuckles and Sonic 2. Well, the core Genesis Sonic games. It didn't have all the Genesis Sonic games, but it had the core Genesis Sonic games on it. And unlike Sonic Genesis for the Game Boy Advance, aka literal trash, these ports were actually good. They didn't suffer any screen crunch, although their visual fidelity was, of course, lowered substantially because, come on, it's a DS game. But the game still looked pretty good. And I got super close to beating Sonic 3 and Knuckles via that collection before my dog chewed up the cartridge. Get very anticlimactic fate for my copy of that particular game, but yeah, I got close to beating it. Yeah, I got close to beating Sonic 3. I was at Death Egg Zone. No, I didn't collect all the emeralds, but I was at Death Egg Zone, close to beating the game. This was bullshit. Yeah, that was bullshit. Yeah, I was close to beating the game, but yeah, my dog chewed up my copy of Sonic Classic Collection. Now, this is what I recall, but now, I think I got Sonic Mega Collection after the Classic Collection, which of course contained literally all of the Genesis Sonic games. And of course, that Mega Collection, you had to unlock Sonic 3 and Knuckles by booting up Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles a certain amount of times, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, so my first exposure with Sonic 3 was via the Sonic the Hedgehog Classic Collection for the DS. Not a bad way to experience Sonic 3, to be honest. And if you want a solid version of Sonic 3 and Knuckles, pick up this collection. It is a really solid version of Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which, yeah, so here's the boss, and I'm gonna cut it here for now, because I had to cut the recording because my wife came in, so I'm going to grab that clip and resume the voiceover and finish it off. All right, so yeah, now I am going to pop a disclaimer at the beginning of the video, but I actually discovered that the original commentary was indeed recorded, but the sound mixing is absolutely horrible. Plus, doing it this way will allow me to talk about a few things, such as how Hydrocity looked early on in its development. Yeah, due to the Sonic 3 prototypes, we have more look into the Sonic 3 prototype singular. Only one has been revealed so far, but due to the Sonic 3 prototype, we know that the background for Hydrocity was actually very different, and like I did for a couple of the Sonic 2 Let's Play videos, I will be popping an image of what it looked like, as well as its original level, as well as its level select icon, which also used this prototype background. But yeah, so, and you can also see, and you'll also see from that the Sonic 2 prototype used, whatchamaffucking-call-it, it originally used a modified palette version of the Sonic 2 sprite. But yeah, so yeah, I had to mute the audio. You'll be able to hear the music in the next episode, because I will just stick to voiceovering. But yeah, so here is prototype Hydrocity and the level select icon associated with it. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next episode of the Sonic 3 playthrough. So yeah, bye.